Hi, my name's Gail Freeman. I'm a Biz Admin lecturer at Adelaide campus, and it's Wednesday the 31st of August 2013. This is just a mini little video that can be used by anyone in the business admin program to learn about getting ready to keyboard correctly. At the moment I'm sitting in an appalling fashion. I'm slouched. If you look at where my wrists are and the keyboard, they're far too low down. So you wouldn't go for a run around the oval without your sneakers on. I hope you wouldn't go in your high heels. So the first thing you need to do is set up your workstation. So I need to be a lot higher, so I'm bringing the chair up. Unfortunately, this desk won't lower, but there's lots of desks that will lower. Now, to be perfectly honest, if this was my workstation, I would get really sore shoulders. I would have to go and get a couple of cushions to sit on, because I'm actually having to raise my hands up to the right height. You really want to be high coming down over your workstation. Now I want you to concentrate on my fingers, so hopefully you can see them. I'm going to push the keyboard away because you can practice on the dining table at home. I'm not quite a crab claw, but I'm not flat and I'm not all like this. Sorry about that. So that's the movement you want, and this is your F finger. And just like you can tap on the table without making anything else fly in the air with your F finger or your J finger, that's what you're after on the keyboard. So if we bring the keyboard towards us and we have a look at the home row, and I sit my fingers there, I am pressing the F down right now. Hopefully you can see it. There's no other movement in my body. No fingers are doing anything. J, 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 J. Now a lot of students, they come along and it's F, J, F, J. That's terrible. You don't want to be like that. So those 8 fingers have got to sit comfortably on the home row. If you've got terribly long fingernails, you need to cut them, because you're not a typist with terribly long fingernails. Then once you learn your home row, so we've got F, F, F row now. So we've got F, F, F space, J, J, J space. Now don't be looking at me or anything else. Look at my fingers. It's easy enough to learn the home row and notice that as I'm doing it, there's very little movement in the rest of my hands. But what about when you have to go up to a T? Now, poor technique is the whole hand comes up, hits the T, and then you don't know where to go back down again. You don't want that. Or the whole hand comes up, hits the R, comes back down again. So you've got to be able to feel your way. So an F finger goes to the T. Now, what I want you to notice, if you can, I wish this camera zoomed, but it doesn't. All it does is, look how there's very little movement on my left fingers of my left hand. Can you see that? They're still virtually sitting on the home row. While that camera's in that position, look at my movement J, U. Can you see my other 3 fingers haven't moved? Now, if we zoom out again, I'm going to give you the trick as to why that happens. It's because I don't lift my hand up and reach. What I do is I push with my elbow. Look at my elbow. It's my elbow and forearm that is taking my hand to the top row. Now, if I need to come to the bottom row, so say I want to go to the V, F, V, F, V. Again, look how my other fingers don't move. Now, a lot of you are going to be saying, oh, I can't be bothered to learn to touch type. It takes too much effort. That's fine. I respect that. But at least use the right fingers on the right keys. So, if you are going to look down, at least learn that this F finger is responsible for the R, is responsible for the T, is responsible for the G, is responsible for the V. The D finger is responsible for the E, the C, etc. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a little bit of copy typing, and I'm going to do the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dogs. That way, if we can zoom in on my hands a little bit more, Andrew, so we can just see the 24 keys in use, you can watch my movement. That's every letter of the alphabet moved from the home row. So even if you're going to watch yourself type, learn to use the right fingers on the right keys. If necessary, draw the letters on your fingers, and when you sit down to do a lot of keyboarding, just look down at your fingers. Now, one other tip, how do I make it look so easy? All of you, if you're like previous students, have lazy wrists. Look at my wrists drop down here. And you all try and type from your wrists drop down here. And when your wrists are dropped down there, you can't stretch up and you can't pull back. So those wrists have got to be up, not so up like you're all hunched like this. You'll be very sore, which is why the chair needs to be so high. So keep those wrists up. That's no good. That's perfect. No good. Perfect. Some keyboards come with supports, but you could wrap a towel, roll a towel up. That would help you because people often experience sore wrists and sore forearms, but it's the raised wrists that allow you to get to the top row. And the other thing to remember is the elbow movement. Now the other tricky customers are the Q and the P. Watch me do a Q and a P. I need to use my A little finger for the Q. It's my elbow that does it. I swing my elbow out. Can you see my elbow swinging out? Allows me to easily get to the Q. My P, my elbow swings out. When I don't have a Q or a P, my elbows aren't swinging anywhere. So adopt the right posture before you try and learn the keyboard, and you'll find it's much easier. End of tuition.